Switching gears now, honoring those who serve. A local artist is using his skills to create a work of art that celebrates the military in a one-of-a-kind way. Photojournalist Jake Jenkins spent some time with Travis Pond inside his studio.
So the base has 6 sides. Each side has a star, which represents each branch of the military. So when this eagle is placed on that base, it will be 12 feet tall and be above you and coming down upon you, like in a protective form, in a rescue form, in that gesture of the all might of the American military and its service to the American people. The beginning is always very stressful. It's a blank canvas, not knowing where every piece should go. All of my pieces are made from scrap metal, recycled materials. This is particularly important to give it a more depth of meaning, to use objects that veterans could relate to. So getting those was part of what would make this recognizable and bring back memories and have connections to all those veterans. To see the things that they used every day is to see the things that meant something to them. Certain parts, you're not even going to know what it is except for the guy who took it off that tank. Being a public piece, there's a lot of pressure that goes into that because it's not just for one person that's going to buy it, it's going to put it in their home and only those people will enjoy it, where this is for the broader audience of the community. When I received certain parts from the military, it only made sense to make it bigger. Like these shells that you see back here, to cut those up into small pieces but to be unrecognizable would kind of defeat the purpose. So keeping those intact so they're recognizable but yet a part of the piece, and not saying that this piece is about artillery. It's a part of the piece. It's every part comes together to make the whole. We were able to collect materials from the military. We went to Joint Base Lewis McChord in Washington. We went to every motor pool that probably was on the base, finding all sorts of parts from shocks of Humvees, e-brakes from Humvees, doors from Humvees, machine guns, parts of tanks, parts of the new vehicles. So it has lots of artillery shells, gun barrels from machine guns and assault rifles and whatnot. It also has my grandfather's entrenching tool from World War II. It has a bayonet from the 1880s. All from people trying to protect our way of life. And even some winches and some hooks and some chains, all things that the military uses on a daily basis, as well as things that would be recognized to the general public that are not veterans, that have not served. The connection is going to be deeper for those that use these materials. I haven't always been a welder, and I didn't start out as a professional tradesman welder. I started out as an artist, took a sculpture welding class, and just like the immediacy of the materials and how it came together, you know, it just melts together and you have instant structure. Where with wood, you have to laminate, let things glue and dry, and put things in clamps and wait, and I don't have that kind of patience. When I'm making art, there's a creativity and there's a flow that needs to move along at a pace that I can compete with, you know, on a mental level. Knowing when to stop is very difficult. It's not as difficult as starting, but it is on the equivalent level of that challenge, and you just have to know when the poem is complete. You can't just keep adding more lines and verses to your poem to get more meaning. At some point, the meaning is there, and it's complete, and it's time to move on to the next poem. Brushstrokes of steel, you know, it's scrap that's everywhere in our society that people use and discard, and I will find it and I'll cut it up and repurpose it into a sculpture, something like this, which is supposed to represent something to all of us. And like I said, to give a new perspective on a past life and a new life.
Pretty incredible stuff. That art will be installed next week with a dedication sometime in May. When we get those final details, we'll make sure to let you know.